you have to get to about 67 years before you can pension. While for the women, you have to get to about 66 years before you can pension. Outside the age, you also need to have worked for about 42 years and 10 months as a man. While as a woman, you are supposed to have worked for about 41 years and 10 months as a woman before you can pension. But if you cannot work up to about 42 years and 10 months, you should make sure you work more than 20 years, at least 20 years. That is what we call the minimal pension. So there is a full pension and there's a minimal pension. Full pension is when you work for about 42 years and 10 months. Then the minimal pension is when you work for about 20 years. So if you cannot meet the full pension, you should be able to meet the minimal pension, which is 20 years of work. So let's say the person that did full pension 42 years and 10 months, let's say the person is receiving like 2,000 euros every month. Then you that did minimal pension, which is 20 years, you can be receiving like 800 to 1,000 euros. So that is the difference from the person that is doing full pension and the person that is also doing minimal pension. The other type of pension is the one we call the early pension. That is, if you can work for about 42 years and 10 months, even if you've not gotten to about 67 years, you can still pension. That is for those who started working at the age of 18. By 60 years, you might have completed that 42 years of work. So by 60 years, you can become a pensioner. The government will start paying you from that 60 years. So you stop work. So that one is what we call early pension. For those that have worked in other countries before, maybe in France, Germany, Spain, or any other country, you can actually import those years of work. You can import it to Italy and add it to the years you've worked here together. So they can also accept that one. And for those who also want to leave this country, you should also be sure that the country you are going to, that they have this bilateral agreement with Italian government, so that if you go there, the years you've worked here can also be transferred to that place, because it cannot be transferred to all countries. There are some countries that don't have bilateral agreement with Italy. So if you just work here and you go and it's not up to 20 years, you may lose those years of work here. Then for those who did not work at all, you have to get to about 71 years before you can pension. And for those that did not work up to about 20 years, you also need to get to about 71 years before you can pension. And what will be given to you is what we call assegno sociale. Just like we have assegno unico for children, what will be given to you is assegno sociale. And as of today, it's around 598 euro. Let's just say 600 euros. So that's what will be giving you every month. So for those who did not work up to about 20 years, or for those who did not work at all, so that is what you will be getting. There are other type of pension. We also have pension for old people. We also have pension for people that are doing night shift, simply night shift. We also have pension for people that are doing difficult job. So there are pension for disabled. There are so many other pensions, so we cannot cover all in this video. So in my next video, I'll be talking about other type of pension. Thank you and God bless you.